Is our yoga in bed class. I'm sorry that the Facebook Live didn't work out. I was having technical difficulties that I was unable to sort out. So you're just getting this at a little bit of a later time, but you can still use it before you go to bed. For tonight's practice, we're going to start with a foot massage. And you can either use oil on your feet, or if you don't have that available to you, you can just do the massage. And so what I'm using is a organic cold pressed sesame oil. And what I like about it is it's a nice kind of heavy oil. And so massaging it on your feet, you know, it gives you like kind of like the heavy, dense qualities that you want for falling asleep. If you don't have sesame, you could use coconut. It's a little bit more cooling. Or just whatever oil you have. If you don't have any available, that's okay. You can still give yourself a nice foot massage, and you get you still get the same type of benefits. And what I've done is I've just put the oil in a pump bottle, so it's easy to use. And then if you have any essential oils like lavender, I have eucalyptus here. If you want to add a couple drops, that might be kind of nice and luxurious to do as well. If you are doing this on your bed, maybe having a towel so you don't get the comforter all oily, or you can do this in the bathroom before you go into your yoga practice or before you go to bed, and then just put some socks on so the oil doesn't transfer. So I'm just going to start with my first foot, and I'm just going to take maybe like half a pump of oil and warm it up in my hands. If you have the time, you can maybe heat it up in advance. And I'm just going to rub this into my feet. And so we can kind of give ourselves a little bit of a reflexology massage if you want. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. You can simply just rub it in. Or you can get a little bit more specific if you want to give yourself a really nice foot rub. You can use your thumbs and kind of start in the middle of the foot and then draw your thumbs out towards the center. That can feel really nice. And then you can do the same type of thing on the top of the foot, starting at the center and drawing out to the side. Making sure you get your heel and your ankles. And between the toes, maybe massaging each of the toes. And so I really particularly love doing this in the winter because I find that my feet get so cold, and I find it hard to kind of like warm up, and that can be distracting when you're trying to fall asleep. You want to be really, really comfortable. So I find doing this just brings a lot of like warmth and comfort, which of course is something that we want when we're going to go to bed. So I like to do this every so often before I go to bed. So then once the oil is more or less rubbed in, then you can put on a pair of socks so you don't transfer it to your clothes or to the bed. And then you can do the same thing on the other side. Our feet are so often ignored. It's kind of the last thing we often think about, and I know a lot of people have like, ew, I don't like feet, so you could always give your feet a little rinse or a little wash before you do this if you've had a day where your feet are less than fresh. And just working the soles of the feet from the center outward, and the same thing on the top. And giving each of the toes a little massage as well. And if you have on shorts, you can always like let this extend up to the ankles. You can do the ankles, your lower legs. You could even you could do your whole body really from head to toe. And that's actually called Abhyanga, which is an Ayurvedic self-care practice where I would use the same oil and I would, rub it in basically from head to toe. And And then just kind of like wait for 5 or 10 minutes before you have a shower and wash it off. But that can be like a really, really nice, nourishing practice that you can build into your daily routine. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can look it up online how to do it, or I'd be happy to chat with you more another time. All right, so let's finish up on this foot. And if you used oil, you can slip on your other sock. And I'm just going to move these out of the way. And my hands are a little bit oily, so I'm just going to wipe them on the towel so I don't get it all over the place. Yeah, so if you give yourself a foot massage, just take a moment and just notice how your feet feel. It might be a greater sense of awareness. They might feel a little bit more relaxed, a little bit softer, which is really lovely as we go into the next part of our practice. So we're going to start with a butterfly pose. And I'm just grabbing a couple pillows that I can rest my legs on either side. So coming into a position where you're lying down, and if you're on your bed, great. If you're on a mat on the floor, that's fine too. And then just notice as you come down, if the head drops back really far, you might want a little blanket or a pillow under your head. And then bring the feet together. We're going to drop the knees out to the side. And so you can use some pillows or blankets to support your legs so they can just completely relax. All right, so we're just kind of filling in the gap. And then let yourself settle here. Starting to come into your breath. Feel the air coming in through the nostrils, moving down to the belly, and following the flow of your breath from your belly back up out your nose. It might feel nice to let the hands rest on the abdomen, or maybe one hand on the belly and one hand on the chest. And as you breathe in, breath moving to the belly, breathing out, the breath comes back up and out. And just allow yourself to settle here, breathing softly, settling into the natural rhythm of your breath. Are there any tense areas in your body that feel like they're gripping or holding on? Can you consciously bring your attention to those tight areas and see if they'll start to let go a little bit, consciously releasing that tension? You can check in with your jaw and your mouth. Notice your neck and your shoulders, your arms and your hands. Feel how the breath moves into the chest, the ribs and the abdomen with each breath in and out. Feel the back of your head against your pillow or your bed or the floor. Notice where the contact points of your back connect with the ground or the surface beneath it. Sense the weight of the legs sinking into the pillows. Toes relaxed. And coming back to your breath without having to change it or do anything to it. Just simply noticing it coming and going. Inhale, followed by the exhale. Starting to slow down a little bit after a busy day. Just giving ourselves permission to be still and quiet. And coming into a sense of presence with ourselves, an awareness of what's going on, what's happening with our bodies right now, at this moment. Let's stay here for 5 to 10 more breaths. And then when you're ready, you can slowly bring the legs back together. You can move your pillows out of the way. And then roll over to one side and press yourself up. All right. So coming into a comfortable seated position, you can stay lying down if you want. And we're going to do a little bit of alternate nostril breathing. So I'm going to use my thumb to block my right nostril and my index finger to block the left. So I'm just going to go side to side. Don't worry too much if you want to do it in a different way, that's fine too. So the way it works is we inhale through one nostril, exhale through the other, inhale through that side, and exhale through the first side. So that constitutes one round, and we'll do 5 or 6 rounds, and I'll talk you through it. So let's start by blocking the right nostril with our thumbs and inhaling through the left. Block the left, exhale right. Inhale right, block right, exhale left. Inhale left, block left, exhale right. Inhale right, block right, exhale left. Inhale left, block left, exhale right. Inhale right, block right, exhale left. Inhale left, block left, exhale right. Inhale right, block right, exhale left. Inhale left, block left, exhale right. Inhale right, block right, exhale left. 2 more rounds. Inhale, block the left, exhale right. Inhale, block right, exhale left. Inhale left, block left, exhale right. Inhale right, block right, exhale left. And release. Sitting quietly for a moment, noticing your breath, noticing your state, perhaps starting to quiet down a little bit more, unwinding from your day, feeling a little bit calmer, a little bit more relaxed. And then when you're ready, we're going to find our way onto our bellies. I'm just going to come diagonal here. So stretch yourself out wherever you have some room. And then make a little pillow with your hands to rest your forehead. If you have glasses, you might want to take your glasses off. And actually, I'm just going to turn my head sideways just so you can hear me a little bit better. So take a deep breath in, maybe sighing the breath out your mouth here. Allow the weight of your body to sink down into the surface that supports it. Maybe you gently feel the belly press into the ground as you inhale. And it gently lifts away from the ground as you exhale without having to force it. Just notice how it does this on its own. Just ever so subtle, ever so slightly. And we're going to begin to rock your hips side to side. I call this one bottom rocking. Just letting the bum rock side to side. Just finding a gentle rhythm that feels comfortable and supportive. So you can explore to see what it feels like to go a little bit faster or a little bit slower. And just see what feels the best for you tonight. And as I explore, a little bit slower is going to support me the most. So I'm just going to do this for the next minute or so. Breathing softly as you rock your hips side to side. And if this feels uncomfortable for you, know that you can skip it. Everything that I offer is always an invitation for you to explore and to refine in a way that works for you. Just a little bit longer here. You can keep going, or if you've had enough, you can gently come into stillness. And then just notice what you feel. Notice what you're experiencing at this moment. Notice your breath. And then when you're ready, you can roll over to one side and come back up. So our final position, or our final practice for this evening, is going to be legs up the wall. So there's a couple ways we can set this up. I have a headboard here, so I'm going to set myself up in bed to do legs up the wall. If you're in bed and you don't have a headboard, or you've got a picture up on the wall and you can't really put your legs up, you can lie on the floor and let your legs rest against the bed or against a wall, or even if you're lying on the floor, bringing the legs onto a chair. And that actually has me thinking, if you can't use the headboard, or if like lying on the floor is not really great, you can stack up some pillows and you can do this. So you can let the legs just be a little bit elevated, so you can stack a bunch of pillows or blankets or whatever you have under your legs. So this can be an option. I'm going to go right into legs up the wall. So I'm going to bring my hips fairly close. And you just want your sacrum, kind of like that flat part of your low back, to be flat on whatever surface you're on. So that will determine how close or far away you are from the wall. So just take your time to set yourself up in a way that's going to be supportive for you. If you're doing legs up the wall, kind of like this, or even if you have your legs over a pillow, it might be nice to drape a blanket over your legs for a little bit extra weight. In this situation, you know, a blanket might come over your feet, Or you might like to strap your legs if you have a yoga strap or something like that. Note if your head drops back really far, bringing a pillow or a folded blanket under your head might feel nice. Placing a blanket or a pillow on the abdomen, just having a little bit of extra weight on top of your body can be really calming and really relaxing. So you can just kind of explore and see what feels the best for you right now. And then once you come into position, let's just take a few breaths to settle. Noticing your breath without needing to change it. And imagine that your pelvis is made out of clay. And your leg bones are dowels sinking down into that clay. Breath is soft and gentle. There's nothing we need to do here. No agenda, no to-do list. Just to simply be still and present in this moment. Present to our breath, and perhaps even present to sensations in the body. Maybe you notice sounds around you in the room that you're in. Or maybe there's sounds going on outside of the room. Can you just be with whatever's there without needing to change or fix anything? Everything is perfect just the way it is in this moment. Breath is soft and gentle. Now let's take a moment to feel sensation in the palm of your hands. Just sensing the palm of your hands without having to move them or touch them. Just notice what you feel. And then also sense the back of your hands. Feel your index fingers, your middle fingers, ring fingers, pinky fingers, and thumbs. Feeling now the whole of both hands all at once. And maybe a gentle throbbing or tingling sensation. Just notice whatever's there. Feeling your wrists, the forearms, elbows, upper arms, and shoulders. Notice how as I name the various body parts, without doing anything, by just simply bringing your attention to those places, they spontaneously begin to relax. Let's bring our awareness to sensation in the neck, feeling the whole neck inside and out. And feel your jaw and your mouth, the roof of the mouth, the insides of your cheeks, the floor of the mouth. Even feel your tongue. Sense the whole inside of the mouth. Your lips and the muscles around the lips. Feel the air coming in and out of the nostrils, and the caress of air on the outside of your nose. Now start to sense your eyes, your eyelids, the eyelashes, the inner corners of your eyes, the outer corners of the eyes, and the eyebrows, forehead. Sense your outer ears, the earlobes, and the folds of the upper ears, the ear canals, the eardrums, feeling the whole of both ears inside and out. Sense the back of your head, the side of your head, and the top of your head. Feel your whole head now, all at once, inside and out. Now feel the upper third of your torso, the middle third, and then the lower third of the torso. Feel your whole torso all at once, inside and out. Sense your pelvis, the whole of the pelvic bowl, inside and out. Feel your thighs, knees, shins, calves, and ankles. Sense your heels, soles of the feet, top of the feet, big toes, second toes, third toes, fourth toes, and pinky toes. Maybe even sensing the spaces between your toes. Feeling into the whole of both feet all at once. Now sense your whole body from head to toe. Feel your whole body as a field of radiant sensation. Now, without changing anything, gently turn your attention to noticing your breath. Feel your body breathing itself without any effort from you. Aware of each inhalation And each exhalation. Let's begin to count our breaths backwards from 9. An inhale and exhale is a count of 1. If you lose track, start again. Let's begin. Aware of each breath coming in and out. If you would like to stay here a little bit longer, please feel free to stay where you are. If you're ready to move on with your evening or come into sleep, just very slowly slide the legs down, maybe hugging the knees in towards your chest, and roll over to one side. You can stretch yourself out on your back, or you can come up to sitting. I'm gonna wrap up, so I'm gonna come up. But feel free to stretch yourself out, maybe to tuck yourself right into bed. Just take a moment, wherever you are, just to check in and notice how you feel. I hope you feel like you've had an opportunity to unwind from your day, and I hope you're feeling rested and relaxed. So have a wonderful rest, have a great sleep, and I'll see you next time.